the real activity on the project at this point in time is installation of the 30-inch pipeline from the well field towards San Angelo. The contractor on the project has brought in 2 pipelaying crews. They initiated their construction activities about 5 miles east of Eden, which is about the midpoint of the project. It gives them about 30 miles each direction from that point there. The contractors' initial activities were somewhat slower than they anticipated because they started right on top of the hill, and generally on top of hills where you run into some of your worst rock areas. The production was a little bit slower, but we have seen a definite improvement in that, and they are moving along at a very good pace right now on installation of the pipeline. At this point in time, they started the project around the 1st of June on that. They have probably close to 6 miles of pipeline in the ground, and the substantial completion date for having the pipe in so that it could be placed in service is this time next year, around July of 2013. It will be available to start delivering water to San Angelo. On the treatment for the Hickory Water Supply Project, we looked at 2 different treatment processes. One of them was the ion exchange process, just a filtration of the water to remove the radium. The other was to use reverse osmosis to not only remove the radium, but to remove all the total dissolved solids within the water. Both of the processes proved very effective in removing the radium. The significant difference between the 2 processes, though, is with the ion exchange, you have 99% of water recovery. That means that if you put 100 gallons through the system, you get 99 gallons out of the other side of the system, and the radium's removed to below EPA standards. On the reverse osmosis side of the treatment, if you put 100 gallons into the system, you get 90 gallons out of the backside of the system. So you have about a 10% loss or 10% reject of the water going through the system, which is very typical with an RO system. That the water that's coming off that is the water that then has the highly mineralized water that that system produces like that. So in looking at the 2 different processes, the council considered both of those. Both of them were very effective, but in the long term, I think the important factor is the water we produce from this well field is very important to be able to maximize every drop of water we get. So the selected method for treatment of this water is the ion exchange method, which will be moving forward then for the design of that facility for treatment of this water. Kind of the general time frame for doing that is we're beginning the final design for that right now. It should be completed right after the 1st of 2013. We'll be out to bids the early part then, January, February, March of 2013, and have the contract awarded by the spring of next year. It'll take approximately 1 year then to build that facility and to have it online and operational to be able to treat and remove the radium from the water from the Hickory project then. The other part of the project is the actual equipping, installing pumps and motors within the existing 9 wells and the building of the booster pump station. The contract for those improvements was awarded in May by the City Council. The contractor has been given the notice to proceed on that project. He is going through the stage right now on submitting all the different type of materials and equipment that he'll be utilizing on that for the review before we actually give the go-ahead to start ordering and placing that equipment into service like that. So within 30 days, we anticipate he'll be mobilizing to the site to begin site preparation, construction of the entrance roads to the booster pump station, and beginning some of the excavation work for where the pump cans will be set and the building will be installed for the station itself. So that contract will also take about 1 year to complete. So July of next year, it'll be operational, which will coincide with the pipeline. So everything is revolving around that July of 2013 date to have it the way water can be brought into the city.